Thank you very much, Chuck. We have about 10 minutes before we close, so I'm going to ask the panelists to answer the questions they were asked and also add anything else they want for their kind of final remarks, if it's possible, in kind of not more than 2 minutes. We can start kind of from this way, from Gideon. So okay. You can maybe answer some of the questions, especially kind of, I think it was interesting kind of hear about, you know, kind of how it is to kind of use the kind of the excitement of young people, but also not overburden them. How can we aid? How can we kind of help kind of aid schools so that kind of we really use the talents of young people, and about the information gap?
Okay, so I saw that she's leaving already. So let me start with you. Like I mentioned, in the kind of work that we do in the social development space, passion is not enough. Charisma is not enough. Now, you agree with me that not everyone has the emotional strength or the mental capacity to sustain and run organizations or ventures. Now, the experience of being denied a visa is an emotional disruption itself. So the idea that I'm always trying to tell young people is that not all of us can run organizations. Not all of us, if I understood engaging other platforms that exist, I would not run an NGO today. But I was looking for a platform that will absorb my passion, and that was what led me to creating a platform. But I was talking to Dijon about the proliferation of NGOs in Africa, or even particularly in Nigeria, and with a lot of, not even in Nigeria or Africa alone, but across the world, and with a large number of them producing less impact. So what I'm going to talk about is the fact that young people should begin to support each other. Don't let us compete with the little resources that we have, but collaborate with the available ones. I think that way, we will not lose the passion. So when you cannot be like the person, there's something called intrapreneurship. If you're not leading an organization as the CEO or the founder, you can implement your ideas by serving together with those who are championing the change. We are all leaders, regardless of the fact if you hold the title or you do not. I hope I addressed your question. Thank you. Have a great day. So, I have 4 questions, so let me just run through them. 30 seconds. In 30 seconds. So visa, there has been this long stigmatization against young people from Africa. And I need to state the fact that we are capable of reshaping our stories. Not everybody applying for visa is deciding to run away from countries. And I like the fact that this question is coming at the UN. You understand? I'm currently in the UK studying the university with a scholarship, and I'm going to return home. The idea is that whenever we are trying to go anywhere, we want to develop the skills, the competencies to impact change in our communities. So the idea of visas being denied is quite worrisome, but we think that with time it will get better. But migration is allowed, especially in the context of global citizenship. So when people move, the idea of what they are moving is a whole different topic on their own. But if I talk about the other part of the information gap, is technology has redefined how we can engage young people. Someone like myself, I've developed the ability since 2014 that I've been representing Nigeria in so many events across the world. When I get back home, I create the structures and workshops to disseminate information, to disseminate ideas. How can I... not a lot of people will have the same opportunity that I have to platform and opportunities and channels. So I engage with them either using my social media or through my organization to ensure that they can also have access to the same information and opportunities that I have access to.